What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about the geeky, nerdy stuff that we'd love to talk about. And right now, I want to give you guys my review of the new film. It went straight to VOD, and Netflix picked it up right away, but it's called Hard Kill. And it stars Bruce Willis and Jesse Metcalf. And Hard Kill, a movie starring Bruce Willis. Let's look at this real fast. Hard Kill starring Bruce Willis about terrorists and the heroes who, at great odds against them, have to defeat these terrorists. Where have I seen this before? Hard Kill. Obviously, Bruce Willis thought that he was signing up for a new Die Hard movie, because that's the only reason that I can imagine that he would sign up to be in this garbage. Hard Kill is trash. This is the definition of a trash movie. It looks like it was shot over 5 days in a single location, and what's essentially probably an abandoned factory or an abandoned warehouse, and it looked like it was a rush job with bare bones script. Basically, it was Bruce Willis plays a billionaire. He's got this technology that could create artificial life form like Skynet, like that level of artificial life form. Terrorists want to get their hands on it, so they've kidnapped his daughter. He hires some mercenaries to get the daughter back. And the terrorists, well, they're a terrorist organization called the Pardoners. And the leader is a guy called the Pardoner. And that's the movie. We're going to have conflict now. And it's going to be good. It wasn't good. It was not good. It was the couple scenes where there was legitimate battles, legitimate conflict. They were passingly decent. But those scenes were so few and far between that most of the movie was literally talking. You know, movies should follow any kind of visual medium, be it movies, be it video games, be it TV shows, whatever it might be. They should follow the show don't tell rule. Show it happen. Don't talk about it. Show it happen. And this movie follows the tell, don't show. Probably because they were only filming for a couple days and they had a shoestring budget. Because all they do is tell. Tell. This movie is all exposition, hardly any action. When we finally do get the action, like I said, it's fairly competent. Jesse Metcalf plays the hero. He plays essentially the John McClane character here. And he is so extremely bad of an actor that at times it sounded like he was reading his lines. And that is also true for Sergio Rizzuto, who played the Pardoner, the lead bad guy. There were times where the bad guy, that's the lead terrorist, he was supposed to be giving a passionate speech about their core values and their core beliefs. And there's supposed to be passion, and there's supposed to be resoluteness behind the speech, and it literally sounded like he was reading it off of a script or off of cue cards. That's what it sounded like. There was nothing behind it other than I have to say these lines. It was unconvincing, unnatural, and it just didn't sound right coming from somebody who was hired simply because they could throw a punch. And that's what I think happened here. I think you had a series of actors who were hired simply because they could throw a punch, probably because the filmmakers knew that we only have 2 or 3 action sequences. We only have enough money to really do 2 or 3 action sequences, so we better make these good. And like I said, they were passable. I would not call them good, but they were passable. Everything else in this was bad. Bruce Willis, like I said, unless he just thought this was a Die Hard 6, this was him collecting a paycheck. And it seems like he does this far more often than actually starring in a project that he cares about. Bruce Willis, unfortunately, has become Mr. Phone It In. And that sucks because I'm such a fan of his, and I know how good of an actor he is, but he just hasn't been doing it lately. He hasn't been doing it lately, guys. That Die Hard car battery commercial, he did significantly better acting in that commercial than he did in this movie. In this movie, he plays the billionaire who created the artificial intelligence, and again, like everybody else, he's there reading his lines off a cue card. The difference is Bruce Willis can act. He's fallen on sad times. The one person who I feel was a standout in this, actually two. There were actually two standouts here, if you want to call them that. You had Natalie Eva Maria as Sasha. She's kind of this hardcore mercenary who's on Bruce Willis's side. And you also had Layla Kent, who played Eva Chalmers. Now, I don't really have much familiarity with either one of these actresses. Natalie Eva Marie, I believe she's a wrestler. Let me check. Yeah, she's a professional wrestler. So that might be why she felt the most comfortable in the action sequences, why she felt the most comfortable even acting. Even though she wasn't a particularly strong actor, I never felt like she was reading her lines off a cue card. She knew her lines, and she knew how to say them with passion. She knew how to say them convincingly. And then Layla Kent. Again, I'm not very familiar with her. Looks like she played in a Real Housewife series. I don't know. But she did a decent job. Again, I never felt like she was just reading her lines off a cue card. She knew her lines, and she was saying them with passion. She was saying them with, feeling behind them. Neither one of these actresses I'm very familiar with. And that's probably because they really aren't that good. They were just standouts because everybody else, including Bruce Willis, was that bad. Yep, I do not recommend this movie, Hard Kill. When you're scrolling through your Netflix and you see a Hard Kill movie with Bruce Willis right on the poster, just keep on scrolling. This ain't gonna get it done. Now, I'm not going to give this an F. I'm going to give Hard Kill a D-. It does get a passing grade because a couple of the action sequences were a little bit engaging, and they felt like they were competently shot. But everything else in this was just so incompetent that I just can't give it much more than a D-. So that's my take on Hard Kill. Did you see Hard Kill? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I put out a lot of content. Want to make sure you keep up to date with what I'm doing. And as always, thank you for joining me here at the OK Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you later.